back. To those of you who are new here, my name is Shamika Graves, and I'm the host of Let's Talk with Shamika, where we discuss real life situations and solutions. So I'm really happy to have you. If you are new to my channel, remember to like, subscribe, interact with the video if you like the video. And the only how you would know if you like the video is if you watch it to the end. And tonight's a really special night, so you chose a good time to stop by, because I am celebrating 100+ new subscribers in a week. And for a channel that is less than a month old, I think that is a great, or about a month old, I think that's a great achievement. So I am giving away 2 things tonight. So stay tuned as we go further on into the video. You would know what you need to do to be eligible to win here, right? So tonight would be a bit different in terms of what we have been doing lately. And, we have been discussing different topics in marriage, things that affect folks in marriage. And the feedback is really good. I wish a lot of you would write your comments on the video, but I understand that a lot of you do not like to do that, and so you want a private messaging. I appreciate it nevertheless, but I wish you would interact with the video, right? I must say that, in everything you do, everybody will not agree with you, and that's quite okay. It's just my opinions I express, and those who are with me express their opinions, and they share experiences based on their experience and others as well who would have told them. But it's okay. It's okay. We would not agree all the time, and I'm okay with that. But the goal of this entire program, this show, this channel is to help others. So if you go back to my first video, you should do that. You would know how this channel was born. That's the video. I think it's entitled A Mother's Love. You should go back and look at it. It's really good. It's my first video. So yes. So tonight we are going to talk about dealing with your past. And I want to say in advance that your past is not a place of residence. It should be a place of reference. Know this also. You are not the only person that have a past. Every single person have a past. It may not be the same. Your past may be filled with unpleasant experiences, while someone else's past may not be as unpleasant. But the thing I want to get across is that we all have a past. And your past doesn't define you. And I think I needed to come and say that to us tonight, because a lot of people like to throw things in your face, like, where you think you're playing. Like, I walk into a place, a familiar place some time ago, and I heard some people talking. Mind you, the folks who were talking, they were talking about a girl, a woman in fact, who they are familiar with. And when I say familiar, I think they were friends. I don't know, but they relate well. And they were talking about, no, that was some years ago, they were talking about what she thinks she playing. All the time she doing all kind of thing, and as she get baptized, she playing best Christian. And that is something that was in her past. But for some reason, they were bringing it into her present, into the present. And you would wonder, well, why they will bring it into the present, seeing that it's something good she's doing, all right? She gave her life to Christ. She's living a different life. These are supposed to be her friends or her acquaintances. I don't know what she think of them in terms of if they are her friends or acquaintances, but that is what they were just talking about. And as I said, your past is not a place to live in. It's not a place of residence, but a place of reference. Your past doesn't define you, but your past could help a lot with your future. Because, the mistakes you would have made in your past, you have an opportunity to do things different in the future. So actually having a past is not a bad thing at all, because you can learn from your past, you can gain experiences from your past. But for some reason, people like to use their past to pull it down. They like to use their past negatively against you, as if they didn't have a past as well. And you find a lot of older people especially, you find they knock the young people, the bad, the bitter, the all kind of thing that is called the young people. And those older people had to say, thank God they didn't have cell phone in their days, where people could have take them out and tape them and everything end up on the internet like these days. They had to say, thank God for that, because they would have done worse. And I know they got through it. They know in fact how it felt in their downtime, how they felt about the bad things they did, the negativity that came out of the entire situation. And yet still when the young people of today come to do things, instead of they hold them and support them and tell them, it's going to be all right, this too shall pass. Instead of that, they talk about them, they pull them down, they eat them up. They do like if they are the worst things, when they did even worse than that. Or some of us may not know what they would have done, but they would have done worse things than us in some cases. And I'm saying to you, it's okay to have a past. It is properly well okay to have a past. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's indifference. But you know what is even more important? Is making peace with your past. You have to accept that, I did this, or this is why I went wrong, and you move on. You see, once you make peace with your past, everybody else could live in it. It does nothing to you. Everybody else could live in your past. It does nothing to you. You make peace with it and you move on. But here why it's important to make peace and to heal your past. Because if you don't heal from your past, you move forward with an open wound that will get infected. Think about getting a cut. All right, like me, I did C-sections 2 times. Think about that, right? I got cut, and for some reason, it didn't heal properly. And before it was healed properly, I went and I started to bathe. And the cut got wet. You know what will happen? It will get infected. When it gets infected, there is a great possibility that it can kill me, because germs could enter into it, fester, and it could end up killing me. That comes just like your past. Your past could stifle you if you don't deal with your past. And we live in such a wicked and evil world that people love to dig up in your past. People love to bring back the things that they did 500 years ago. They like to bring it forward and brand you with the same brand today. And if you have not made peace with your past, you would be in trouble. You should be prepared to deal with anybody who brings anything from your past to throw in your face. Because that is not who you are anymore. That is who you used to be. You don't identify with those things anymore. You're at a new stage in your life. Don't allow that to keep you down. Don't walk with your head down because you made a mistake that you weren't the first person to make. Don't walk with your head down. You ain't the first person to make a mistake, and you definitely will not be the last person to make a mistake. But you know what? You should remember in time to come, when you see others going through similar situations, to lend a hand, lend a word of advice, lend some support. So many of us have gone through our own things, as I said before, but when we see the younger people doing it, we criticize them, we demonize them, we depreciate them with our mouths, knowing that we did the same thing and how we felt when we went through the same things that we're demonizing them about right now. You just need to accept that you have been forgiven for whatever you have done. If it's something against your religious beliefs, if it's something, a sin against your very own conscience, whatever it is, you just need to get over it. As I said before, you're not the first, and you definitely would not be the last. Don't make anybody hold you captive of your past. Don't allow anybody to do that to you. Because one time you become a slave, not only to your past, but to them. And you see, when you start to climb the ladder of success in life, that is the time a lot of them will come and try to throw things in your face. So just be prepared for them. Be prepared for the moments. As I said, once you would have made peace with that, Nobody can make you feel less than. Remember that they too have a pass. We all have a pass. So nobody, my sister used to say that nobody can talk about nobody, but still some of us just find time to talk about people, right? But in reality, we're really not supposed to talk about anybody. So for some reason, I got cut off while I was videotaping and I did not realize. But that is not going to stop us. I only realize while I'm editing the video. But that's not going to stop us. So all you have to do is to comment on the video. The first 2 persons to comment, you would win the prize. So the next time I'm doing the video, you'll know who you are. I'll mention who the 2 persons are and you'll know what the prizes are. So until then, may the Lord bless and keep you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and give you grace in your heart and in your home. And remember, your past is not a place of residence. It's a place of reference. God bless.